Welcome to the Life and Leadership Podcast, where we discuss business, leadership, and friendship. I'm Zach Gable.
And I'm Jared Toach. Thank you for joining us today.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to our brand new studio.
Yeah.
Yay. Get some air horn action in there. Oh, I thought it was a good air horn. That's a bad air horn. There we go. Yay. So anyway, as you can tell already, we're very, very excited about this. This has been a long time coming. We've made so much money with this podcast that we just had to pour it back into
I'm pretty sure we all need to start another job or a side hustle or something.
We've been delivering pizzas on the side to pay for this studio. No, but welcome back to the podcast, and a very exciting day, obviously, for us and this new beautiful studio.
Yep.
And
awesome.
So we may have a little bit of the jitters or the I don't know what's the word for it.
I don't know. Like it's new. It's something new. You're in a new space, so you get it's unfamiliar space, so you got to kind of settle in and get comfortable. And
I don't think it'll take us too long.
no.
So anyway, well, Jared, for this very first podcast in the new studio, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I think you and I both, it was kind of odd. We both had the same thought for this one. And that was friendship. And I think it was because we went through a really trying time as we were creating this podcast. This studio. And I'm just kidding.
Oh, goodness. We're going to talk about honesty today. Neither one of us have been honest so far in this.
In this podcast. No, it was interesting because we both did think about friendship as being the first topic that we launch in the new studio.
Yeah.
So we're going to launch with that.
Yeah. And it was neat. After we had discussed that and decided to talk about friendship on this one, one of my team members came to me yesterday and said, I've been listening to your podcast all day long, to different ones. He had just found access to it. And so he's like, ever since this morning, that's all I've listened to, other than I think one other podcast. He said, I've listened to all of yours. And he mentioned, he said it's just really neat because you can tell, like, you and Jared just jive. He said you guys you can tell you have fun and everything goes well together, and that's neat. That's and it's true. This isn't.
Well,
we're not putting on a show for a camera or a microphone.
And if you remember years ago, when I was much younger and you were much younger,
I'm still young.
Yeah, you're younger than I am. But people used to crack up all the time when they would see us out and about, just from the fact that we had a good time together. And we were always laughing, and that's what we got a lot of comments of, like, you guys are nothing but, like, jokesters, and, you know, you do nothing but laugh. And
and now we're older, and we still do it. It's just not as energetic. We still cut up and still have a good time.
We do. Absolutely.
The late nights. Actually, right now it's 9:43. So this is a late night for me. This is usually I'm
unfortunately
wrapping up, getting close to being in bed at this point.
Unfortunately, this is not a late night for me. This is my world.
So anyway, again, thank you all for your support, and
keep the money rolling in.
Yeah, keep the support coming. We need that. We need all that money coming in. No, actually, so I had breakfast with a friend the other day that he'll be coming on here.
You know, we're gonna talk about that because, you know, when you say I had breakfast with a friend, they say it makes the other friend jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just felt that urge right in there, like, you had a breakfast.
Then this
was the last time you invited me to breakfast.
This will be a good podcast for you to talk about
cutting the drama.
No, but I had breakfast with Tad Dickel the other day.
Yeah.
And he'll be on this podcast very soon.
Awesome.
Very excited about that. And so anyway, we were talking. He said, "So what is your goal for the podcast?" And I said, "Well, my goal and Jared's goal probably don't line up right, because Jared wants to turn in it every time we're talking about it. He's like, we're going to make money. We're going to be millionaires. It's going to take us, all in joking. But, I said, I don't care if we ever make a dime.
No.
This is just something that we're passionate about.
Yeah.
And, just the other day, I had a business owner that wanted to know about our podcast, and he started listening to it. And he texted me later that evening, and he said, this is very good material. And he said, this is helpful. This is what I needed.
Nice.
And that's the reason we do it. We don't obviously don't do it for money. We're in the hole a lot. But we don't do it for money. We don't do it for, just to hear our voices. I don't think either one of us like hearing our voices in a microphone. We do it because we're passionate about helping people. Yeah. And if we can help someone that finds themselves where I found myself here a few years ago, waking up and realizing you're a horrible leader and you need to do better and you need help.
Wow.
If we can help someone, wake someone up and be a better leader, whether it's small business, big business, be a better friend, be a better, that's what we're all about.
Be a better person, become a
better person, yeah.
A better version of you.
Yeah.
A better version of you. And that's, I think for me, that's one of my passions is, you have an opportunity every time you interact with a person. You have an opportunity to leave your print on their world and life. And that print will either be a positive or it will be a negative, or it will be a neutral.
Yeah.
It's just, like it's nothing.
Yeah. No effect.
No effect at all. And I think if you think about your life that way, you every time, because you think about the hundreds, the thousands of people like in a lifetime that you bump up against, literally and figuratively. Yeah. And I think we've talked about that before, but you leave an imprint on people, and I don't know. I like to see people become better because I appreciate the people in my world and life that have supported me to this point and that were always encouraging me. And I didn't realize it at the time that they were encouraging me. I didn't realize it at the time that they were motivating me and they were pushing me on. And actually somebody just commented, one of my very first bosses that when I first started in early childhood, she commented on our post and she was telling me saying how proud she was, and that she always knew that something like this. And I said, well, like you were one of those people that always just kept pushing me that I could do more, that I could keep going. Yeah. And I guess that's what we want to be for somebody else.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, let's jump right into this. So I think we both came up with this at the same time. This idea, of talking about friendship as a launch point, in the new studio, and immediately, I started pondering.
I see you have a bunch of notes there. Is it 3-4 words?
I know.
This is how much Jared thinks about our friendship, or any friendship, and
goodbye.
That sounded like what was that? AOL, or you've got mail?
AOL.
And then when you logged out, didn't it say goodbye?
Goodbye.
That sounded exactly like it. Wow, that brings back memories.
Or Juno.
I don't know Juno.
I just told my age. That was like so if you know Juno out there, like that was like the original email where it would do the whole.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course, we did live out in the middle of nowhere, so maybe it was something that we didn't have. I don't know.
No, it was Juno. Juno was the original.
Now we're acting like original internet. How it's taking us so long to get connected. You hear the dial tone and the beep, 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 beep.
Okay, so let's jump into friendship. I've said that like 5 times.
Let's do it.
So one of the things that I said, I think I did text you about this, that I think immediately about friendship. There's a couple components that if you want to have friends, if you want to be that friend, there's a couple key things that are just like absolutely must-haves if you're going to have any type of friendship or relationship that is close, that is sustainable, that lasts for longer than a short period of time.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to rattle them off real quick if I remember them. I should have written them down, but I didn't write them down. I texted them to
You have your 4 words there, though. That's
13%, 10, 41%. Yeah.
it's my body fat.
Mine's like 100%. No, so I said, for a friendship to actually last and to be, sustainable, to continue and to actually be a friendship, there's a couple key components that are must-haves. You have to cut the drama. I shouldn't probably start with that one, but if you want to, and I don't know, like, the drama has to be eliminated from a friendship.
Well,
not that it can't. I'm sorry.
And maybe you shouldn't start out with that one, because if you start a brand new friendship,
You don't want to.
and you're like, okay,
cut the drama.
Jared said the first step is cut the drama.
Okay, so let's not start with that one. Okay, so let's start with iron sharpeneth iron.
That's a good one.
There we go.
That's a good one.
So first of all, is the person that you are becoming friends with or being friends with, are they making you a better person?
Yeah.
And it's a two-way street, right?
Yes.
So are you
Yes.
making that person a better person? Are they making you a better person, right? And I think that's important.
I think one way to tell about that is, how do you feel after you've spent time with this person? Like, seriously,
Yeah.
do you feel like,
Don't answer that question about me.
no, do you feel like dirty? Like it's just, I think
Yeah,
that's a
like,
good,
do you feel depressed? Do you feel
yeah.
like
do you feel
overwhelmed?
better? Do you feel excited? Do you feel ready to go spend more time with them?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you, like you said, depressed? Like, everything they talked about, was it negative? Was it talking about other people?
Yeah.
That's not true friendship. You might have a gossip buddy. That's
Right.
not true friendship. You know?
So it's the iron sharpeneth iron. So it's like you become a better person. You strive they push you to become better. They encourage you. They motivate you. All of those things. So it's iron sharpeneth iron. The other thing that I would say is the giving more than you take.
Yeah.
So understanding that it is not a point system.
Yes. Can't keep score.
Can't keep score.
Is it John Maxwell that
Yeah.
says?
Yeah. So it's giving more than you take, and if it's a true friendship, then you both are doing that. So you're both giving more
Yeah.
than you take from the other one, and so it equals out.
Yeah. And not necessarily financial,
No.
but more time and effort and
Yeah. Absolutely. No, you give more than you take. So you always look at it, and if you're keeping score, if you're always saying like, well, I'm not getting so much, I'm not getting what I'm putting into it. Well, that's probably the wrong attitude to have.
yeah.
Right. If you want it to be a lasting, want it to be a lasting friendship. And so it's giving more than you take, and knowing that you want to be a contribution and help that person become better. I don't know, live a better life.
Yeah.
And then,
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no,
Don't forget you have that one more there.
I think I have two more
there.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
They're very important.
It already seems like, for some people listening that maybe struggle with friendships or struggle with keeping a deep friendship, it already seems like it's very hard work, and it is.
100%.
You have a person like Jared. We were both going the same person.
I know.
No, I was talking with someone on the phone today, and
Another friend.
another
Outside
person
of
on
me.
the phone. I was talking with someone on the phone today, and
Wait. We have to pause for a second. You were talking to somebody on the phone. He refuses to talk on the phone with me because I talk too much. Okay.
I don't know if that person listens to this podcast or not, so I'm not going to say if I wanted to talk on the phone or not. But I was talking on the phone, and they were talking about they're doing something right now that they haven't done in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sharing that I'm very proud of them for doing that, and that it's just a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, well, that's you don't know how hard it's been. And I said, exactly. You've not only have you done it and you've been doing it, but you've done it even though it was hard. And I said, anything that's worth doing
100%.
is going to be hard. And the same with a friendship.
Yeah.
Any type of relationship, anything that is worth doing is going to be, it's going to be difficult. There's going to be a level of difficulty to keep a good friendship. If all you want is acquaintances, that's one thing. But if you want a good, deep friendship, so I am very, I have a very good friend that's actually sitting outside the window right now, and she's making faces. It's my wife. Next month we're celebrating 15 years. Where's my phone? I'm trying to take it. Oh, I'm gonna take a video of her so you guys can see what. Oh, she's
running away.
Running away. Where'd she go? Oh, there she. So anyway, anything that is worth doing is going to be.
Absolutely.
It's going to have a level of difficulty. So anyway, go ahead. Back to your.
But wait, but I want to say something about this though.
Well, go on. Say something.
I'm going to, because you know it doesn't matter whether you give me permission or not. I'm going to talk. Difficult, but if you really want to do it, it doesn't feel difficult.
Yes. Yeah.
So you look back and you're like, I don't know how I did that, because it was quote unquote difficult, but it wasn't difficult.
Yes, I agree 100%. That it's just like Amanda sticking her head in here and harassing us a little bit. We cut out some of it, but anyway, it gets easier, especially when it's a true friendship and you genuinely love someone.
Yeah.
And you care about them. It's easy to give more than you take. It's easy to cut out the drama. It's easy to do these things.
Yeah.
But I think getting to that. So, well, let's talk about you and me.
Why?
When we first started our friendship, number one, we didn't know each other as well as obviously we do now, 20 years later. But we had many difficulties.
100%.
In the beginning of our friendship, in the first 19 years.
It's just over the last year that it's got better.
But now, the last year has been good.
And now one of us is going to croak. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but as it progresses, as your friendship progresses, it gets easier. You learn each other more. You should have more patience than you did in the beginning. Should have more. Your patience grows.
Yeah.
It gets easier as it goes.
Well, and I wrote down one of the statistics that says basically if a friendship lasts beyond 7 years, that you've got a friend.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Almost for life.
100%.
Because with everything, like there's, it's kind of like this testing period almost. You have to decide how much you really do like that person, enjoy that person, want to be around that person. Yeah. And I would 100% agree with you that saying that like our friendship has evolved over the years, and it's not always been pretty.
Yeah.
Like, and no friendship is.
Yeah.
Like,
it's been perfect on my end, but like on your end, it's not been.
I'm leaving.
No. Well, that's it, folks.
Friendship's over. No, like 100%. And you have...
No, yeah, anyway, I was joking. Obviously, I was joking.
No, but I think it comes down, and here's the other thing I talked to you earlier about, is personal responsibility. There's like
I see that, Nat, yeah. Probably after your drink.
Really, which is very good.
Hey, maybe we should put that right up here. We can get sponsored by
Bloom.
There we go.
I just tried this. My boss told me about it.
Right there.
Yeah.
Bloom, CEO, executives, we need you.
He doesn't even drink energy drinks.
No, I don't. I'm sponsored by Great Value Water. Anyway, I think we got off track here a little bit.
We got way off track.
There we go. That'll bring us back on track.
We're back.
We're back.
That was a way too long drum.
Yeah, it was. They need to cut that in half.
They do. No, but you have to take personal responsibility for the friendship. You have to realize that you play just as much of an important role of making the friendship work as the other person does.
Yeah.
And you have to take personal responsibility for the choices you make in the friendship, what you do with the friendship, how you handle the friendship, how you treat the friendship. If you choose to keep the friendship going, what changes need to be made in your life, and it's your choice. It is not up to the other person to make, and that's kind of like where you get to the first one I started with, and then I rolled back, like cutting the drama.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are that's a personal choice that you have to make. If you really want a friendship, it is 100% on you, and you can blame the other person all you want to, but it is personal responsibility and that's a hard, I say that emphatically, but I personally know that's a hard thing to do.
Well, so as you're talking about that, I'm sitting here thinking, how many people have I heard talk about a friendship that is no longer a friendship because of what they did? I've always heard, well, they did this or they acted that way, or so the blame is always going on the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's going to be a lasting friendship,
you have to take personal responsibility for the friendship yourself, like personally invest in it.
And you can't, so commercial break, obvious, but stated anyway, you can't make a friendship happen if the other person is not interested in having a true friendship.
100%.
Because there's some people out there that don't know how to.
18 years.
19.
19, no, I'm sorry.
There's people out there that, I'm not being mean, there's people out there that don't know how to have an actual friendship.
That was us for the first 5 years.
I was thinking 15.
Okay. No, and that's true.
So you can't, and there's people that I've wanted to be better friends with, and that's not their style, and they don't want to commit the time, and and that's fine. Like that's fine.
Yeah. But then that's once again where it's not you personally and it's not them personally.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
Yeah.
But you have to obviously give it a try.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to those things that I was saying that I think it takes to keep a lasting friendship. It is making sure that iron sharpeneth iron, knowing that you have to make each other better, right? It is cutting the drama out of your life. And this for me, like imagine me being dramatic.
I've never known you to be dramatic.
No, like that is something that I've had to work on in my life in general, as just trying to chill about stuff and not obsess about it and not worry about it and not be dramatic about it, because that doesn't make for a great friendship.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to be around somebody dramatic all the time. Nobody, whether you're a friend or not, like, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm on this kick of drama.
Somebody out there needs to hear this.
Somebody needs to hear this.
Drama.
Like, just
cut
the
it
drama
out.
out of your life. Like, cut the drama. If you're always mad at somebody, if you've always got a bone to pick with somebody, cut the drama out of your life. Your life will be so much happier. There we go.
Preach it.
No, I'm dead serious.
Oh, yeah.
Take some personal responsibility for your life. Cut the drama, and you'll be amazed at what happens in your world.
Yeah.
There you go. Summed up. Done.
And what was I think joy was one of them.
Joy and laughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can we miss that one?
I don't know. We probably because we don't really have joy and laughter.
Nope.
And yeah.
Nope.
Sarcasm should be one of them.
No, but like in a friendship, it should be joyful, right? Because if you're giving more than you take out of a friendship, part of that giving is the good.
Yeah.
Like is the joy.
Yeah.
Is the pleasure of being together, something that's fun.
Yeah.
Fun to do. And
providing a fun atmosphere and a fun conversation.
Yeah.
And don't make everything heavy all the time. There's times where, obviously in a friendship,
100%.
you need that person to be there for you for emotional support or for, a hard time. But don't make every conversation a hard, difficult conversation.
Yeah. No, and that's it. If you if it is more about the drama and more about things that are not joyful, it's not going to last because it's being built on something that is not stable. It's unstable.
Yeah.
Which is drama, which is the things that are wrong in the world, things that are not happy, and it's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah. Again, that's if you want to gossip, buddy. That's
a whole
that's your
other
gossip, buddy.
Yeah. But
I don't condone gossip buddies. I'm not. I don't have a gossip buddy. I don't.
He calls me like every other day with the latest gossip. No, I don't know that we have ever called one another with like, oh, you got to hear this.
Yeah, I'm
not gonna
so
lie.
thankful I'm not in
Yeah.
any gossip chains or. I'm fine being out of the loop.
Of
It's fine.
everything.
Yeah.
No, but I think for lasting friendships, those, in my mind, joy, iron sharpeneth iron. So being that person, giving more than you take, and cutting the drama out of your world in life, personal responsibility for your life. Because, So what are your thoughts?
Well, so I don't remember what jarred this thought in my mind. I can't remember if it was yesterday or today.
I'm sure it was something I did because I inspire you.
Yes, it always. But adversity came to my mind. And anytime I think about true friends, there's an image that comes to my mind. And actually, for those of you on YouTube, I'll put it up here on YouTube. But there is a picture that comes to my mind anytime I think about adversity.
Jared.
That's
Adversity.
Yeah. That's you and our friend Josh sitting with me in the rehab center after I had my strokes and I was, I couldn't walk and couldn't move. And that stroke, the big one was
It was the big
It
one.
was the big one. That was probably one of the best things that has ever happened to me. Because it woke me up in a professional way. It woke me up. I was laying in the ICU doing payroll. It was a big wake up call that you can't do everything by yourself and you need to trust your people and build but it was more than that, and more importantly than that, it was a huge wake up for me personally. Realizing what really matters. I love our business. I love what we do. I love our team. But when the rubber meets the road and whenever you're laying there and you don't know if you're going to live or die, what really matters is that wife and those kids and those friends that you have and the church that surrounded us during that time and supported myself and my wife. And you find out who people really are during times of adversity. And so
all the minutia falls away.
All the manure falls away? What's minutia?
All the minutia, all the noise, all the other stuff that doesn't matter.
You got to use I'm not a smart guy like you. You can't use words like minutia and expect me to know what it is.
Don't keep saying it because then it sounds odd. But
so when all the minutia fell away and there was no minutiaing anymore, so that is one good thing about this new studio is that there's no minutia. Like we have all these.
You are creating
sound
minutia,
panels, and it's all the walls are better insulated, and we can be farther away from our microphones because of the minutia is just gone.
Squirrel.
I love minutia. Anyway, what really matters during times of adversity, you find out who's a real friend. And by that, this is no shade on anyone that I call friends because there's different levels of
100%
friendships and stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
But I found out who really was going to be there for me in adversity. And I actually found this, I'm not on Pinterest, but whenever I Googled it, I was trying to find a quote about,
Found on ChatGPT.
Yeah, about friendship. And so anyway, this came off of Pinterest. It says, friendship isn't about who you've known the longest. It's about who walked into your life and said, I'm here for you, and proved it.
Yeah.
And that's powerful. Anybody can walk in your life and say, I'm here for you. But it's times of adversity when you are at your lowest and you find out who's going to prove it, who's actually going to be there for you.
Yeah.
And for me, it was obviously Amanda and you and Josh and my family and our church, but getting down to individuals, it was, so anyway, times of adversity, again, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Adversity proves us. It proves who we are. It wakes us up. It proves who is really our friend. And I'm very thankful for that. Some people might think it's silly to say, but I'm very thankful for that stroke. It changed my life. And so anyway.
Can I tell you something? Maybe this is too transparent. I don't think I've ever told you this before.
Oh, great. Here we go.
No, I'm being dead serious. So he's trying to find the perfect sound effect.
That's a heartbeat. I don't know. Anyway, we don't have a good sound effect for drama. Not drama, for cut the drama. For suspense. We don't have a good suspense.
Okay. No.
Maybe this one.
Can you just let me finish
Okay,
my
yeah,
thought,
just finish
please?
your thought.
So you did change after, in a good way, after your stroke. And I remember...
I did gain a lot of weight. I know that. Is that what you're talking
No.
about? No, okay.
I didn't even... Honestly, I don't even remember you gaining weight.
I gained a lot.
Well, if you gained a lot, I gained a bunch. So, but anyways, you did change in a good way. I always blamed it on the stroke because, they say it affects the brain. And I said, man, it did something really great for him. He's become more compassionate and caring.
That's true. I have.
But no, you honestly did.
Yeah.
You became a more, and I didn't know all the ins and outs of whys, but it was apparent. And the other thing is too, we all, as we get older, hopefully, and as we mature, and as we experience life in general, hopefully we begin to mature in good ways. And you start leaving some of the things that you did the drama behind, and some of the stuff that the ways you responded or reacted in the past, you start leaving them behind and start embracing a new, a better version of you.
Yeah.
It's what I like to say is a better version of you. And you did. You changed as, in a good way, in a good way. I completely saw it. I don't know if I've ever told you that, but
No, I don't think so.
so there you go.
So you're saying I was not good before?
No, I'm just saying, we wouldn't have remained friends, and I would. But
so, well, I guess don't curse the
negative
adversity.
things that happen.
Yeah.
It happens for a reason, and I would say I don't know. Everything just happens. It happens for a reason, even when there's adversity within the friendship. So outside of a personal thing in your life, if you choose, once again, comes back to that personal choice. If you choose to let that strengthen your friendship and to continue to grow and move on from, it can be a great thing.
Yeah.
It can be a changing, take your friendship to a whole nother level.
I think you learn a lot more about yourself and your friends through adversity than you do through good times. The joy, 100%. The laughter, that's all fun. It's great. We love it. We obviously love to laugh and have fun, cut up. But I think you learn a lot more about not only about your friends, but about yourself through times of adversity. Yeah. And I also I like to have a true friend will challenge you. And again,
I challenge
you're a challenge. Going back
Excuse
to
me?
in rehab, you guys, I can't remember who brought the game, but someone brought Trouble. That's what it was. And I couldn't move my left hand very well. And so I was going through all that physical therapy and occupational therapy. And I hated the occupational therapy. It was horrible. But you guys made me play with my left hand. You and Josh were like, you got to play with your left hand. Don't play with that right hand. Play with your left hand. And that's a very simple analogy of a challenge. But how many other times have we challenged each other?
Right.
And, you know, personal, professional,
Yep.
spiritual,
Yep.
you know, all the above.
Yep.
Iron sharpeneth iron. And,
Mm-hmm.
that's a challenge. You know, it's going to be a challenge. Another thing I thought about was consistency. And a true friend is going to have a level of consistency that you don't find in any other friendship, relationship, a true friend. And I thought again about Josh. Sorry to keep bringing you into this, Josh, but anyway,
I'm getting jealous again.
Consistency doesn't mean that they're going to be there at every event and
Right.
that they're going to be by your side at all times. Right now, again, we have this mutual friend, very good friend, Josh, who has a major thing going on in his life right now, studying for a major
Mm-hmm.
test. And so there's been a couple events where we had game nights or we had, you know, whatever, and he's not able to make it. And his wife came one night when we had a
Yeah.
game night, and he wasn't able, and that's okay. Like, we know he's still a consistent.
Right.
Just because he's not here every time, that doesn't make us question, that doesn't make him not a good friend or not
Right.
a great friend. So it's not that type of consistency, and being a constant. It's not that type of constant, but it's someone that, you know, if I really needed them, you know,
They're going to be there.
they're going to be there
Boom.
no matter what's going on in your life. So,
100% agree.
yeah. Anyway, that was the thing.
And actually,
that came
that's
to mind.
not to just keep saying that about Josh, but that is a very that's a strong characteristic of his
Mhm.
personality. It's like
Mhm.
just a consistent, steady,
Yes. Yep. Very much.
yeah, person.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was looking at some statistics about friendship, and it's very interesting that friendship and the number of friends that people have has drastically dropped over the years. And I think one of the statistics I told you right before we started was that from 1990 until now, people with 10 or more friends, it's dropped. Used to be 33% of the population had at least 10 friends, 10 or more.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's down to 13%. And if you have, and it's really crazy, if you have 3 or 4 close friends, it's less than 50% of the population has 3 or 4 close friends. And then if you look at all the studies on,
But how many Facebook friends do they have?
but it's not a friendship. And that, and
that's
there's
what I'm saying. Everything is so digital now.
Mhm.
Friendships are
and
digital.
maybe I'm going to get called out for saying that that's not a friendship, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not a friendship. And people who are desiring that friendship will seek out digital friendships,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day,
How many of those people are going to show up whenever you have a stroke?
and they're going to be at the hospital. Yeah, 0. None of them.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a few of them that are your
Yeah.
Facebook friends that
Yeah.
live in the same community you do or whatever. But no, exactly. And so because people seek affirmation from large groups of people, but actually just having that tight group of people that are your support network. And there's so much research around the mental health and the value added for having friendships.
Yeah.
Things about loneliness and things about your well-being and just your overall health.
Yeah.
And
Well, and we
longevity
saw
of
this in
life.
COVID, right? Like,
Right.
people were disconnected from everyone, and that played a huge part into, it was already going digital, but that played a huge part into making everything even more digital and less personal. And you see, I don't know all the statistics, I'm not even going to act like I do, but you see all of the depression rates skyrocket and the suicide rates skyrocket and all these things
Yep.
that mental health is not good whenever there's no good connections.
When people are not connecting. Yeah. And I think it's
And not just connecting, but
actually
good
having
connecting.
good
Yeah.
connections.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having actual friendships.
Yes.
And knowing what a solid friendship is. But the other thing about friendships, and I think this is, I don't know, this is my personal opinion. Maybe there's research out there about it, but because we talked about this earlier, it is hard work.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy, yet it's hard, right? It's easy, hard work if you really want it.
Yes. Yeah.
And oftentimes people it's too much to try to navigate and too much to try to put forward. But one thing I did think about, so many people know, well, obviously you know, and people know that I kind of made a major change in my career. And I went from a place where I saw people every day and talked to people every day, multiple people every day, and including you and Amanda and people like Josh and other people in our worlds, in our world. And I went from having lots of connections and all those points to like, I'm on the road constantly, away from these people, away from these connections. And you have to really be intentional about like making time for people and things when that's going. I will say that was a huge challenge for me. And initially it really bothered me. I was just like, man, like this is crazy. And it still does. And I've kind of switched positions where I won't be as traveling as much and those types of things. But one great thing that has come from all of this is, you know, they say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. You know, I have come to appreciate the people in my world 1,000% more.
Yeah.
Like 1,000% more. I was at the,
and we've noticed that you've been gone too. We just started noticing that.
3 years later, you just noticed, oh yeah, he's not been around very much.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I don't know. Like, so I ran into somebody the other day that I haven't seen I haven't seen in a long time. Well, I've seen him, but I haven't seen him for a while. And I ran into him, and I would consider friends, and I don't know, like, it was this like really joyful moment. It was like really nice to see them.
Yeah.
And I got really excited about seeing them. And I was like, wow. And then you think like, wow, it does. Like, you know, but then they also are true friends. You know, they are friends. And, but I think the thing is, I don't know where I'm going with this, but like with this job, I know what I was saying. Like, so with my job, like you realize,
You have to be intentional.
yeah, you have to be intentional, but you also realize who your real friends are too. Because even in your absence, that it's still like you can still walk back and pick up like you never left off.
Yeah.
Versus other people be like, okay, he's gone now. See you later. You know? Yeah. So I think a lot of that has, and then it's also made me, or I've been more intentional about like my interactions and try to be more thoughtful, try to cut more drama out of my life, try to cut more.
Yeah. Well, and
so
like,
that my interactions are more meaningful, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't have as many touch points with the people that I really love. And so I try to make them, I hope I'm trying I feel like I'm trying to make them more meaningful then.
Well, so yesterday you came in. Yesterday was my wife's birthday, and I think you were in Louisville yesterday, right?
I was in St. Louis.
Okay, yeah, one of those cities. I was thinking Louisville for some reason. So anyway, you were in St. Louis yesterday, and you came back last night to celebrate with us for Amanda's birthday. We all went out to eat, and then you left again right after that and went to Indianapolis, right?
Right.
I got that city right. And then you're back tonight for recording a podcast and for church. And then it's 10:30 now. After this, you're going to be going back to Indianapolis. So the intentionality is there, and the you know, and it's when we see it, you know, and it's kind of like you were saying earlier, you have to give more than you take, and that's a prime example of that. Is that it would be very easy for you just to stay in Indianapolis on days like today, and catch up on some of your work and relax a little bit and go eat at a nice restaurant, or go walk down by the canal or whatever, you know.
I'm broke.
Well, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
You could eat out of the dumpster and then go walk down by the canal.
Fish.
But instead, you know, you choose to come back, to drive 2.5 hours back here. And anyway,
it's a personal choice. And when you care about people, you're willing to make choices that seem unconventional,
Mm-hmm.
and you're willing to cut the drama from your life.
Yeah.
You're willing to go the extra mile. You're willing to do those things, give more than you take because you care about people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you care. And I'm not, like, we've been friends long enough for me to just say, like, I feel like you know that I care about you. You know?
Yeah, there's been times. Yeah.
But I think once again,
I like how you just ignore that and just go on. He's used to it.
You. No, I'm just kidding.
You keep going farther away from your mic, though.
Okay.
There you
I'm
go.
getting tired.
There you go. Okay, well, let's wrap
No,
it
I'm
up.
not.
Well, thank you all for watching. We appreciate.
I'm falling asleep. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. But anyways, when you just think about the friendships and you think about being intentional about your friendship and about it doesn't, you don't blink twice to do things. Like if yes, it may be hard, but you don't think a thought about it
Yeah.
because they're your friend
Yeah.
and you want to do it.
Yeah.
And when you get to that point, and I get it, like we've been friends for long enough, for 20 years, that you don't think about it. Like
Yeah.
that's just, it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, so I had to drive an extra hour, or so I had to do that. Like it doesn't bother me. But I would say in the initial phases of the friendship, it wasn't like that.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
No, like
Yeah.
you had to definitely say like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
Do I not
Yeah.
want to do this? But if you really want a friendship,
Mm-hmm.
what does the scripture say? A man that hath friends must show
Yeah.
himself friendly.
Show himself friendly. Yep.
So don't complain if you don't have friends. It's a personal choice that you're making in your life. Cut the drama out of your life.
Maybe that's the topic of, or the topic of our.
I don't know why
podcast
I'm
is
on drama.
Be friendly.
Be
Cut
friendly.
the drama. Cut the drama and be friendly.
Yeah. Challenge yourself. Ask yourself, am I giving more than I'm taking? Who are those people that are in my world, in my life, that are my friends? And how can I strengthen that friendship with them? What can I do to make it better, to improve? If you're not in the right circle, and if those friends are just, it's not connecting, look at yourself first. Like make sure, like, are you in the right space to make connections and have the right friends for your world and life? Or is it something about you that you just need to personally like alter, change, do differently about how you handle friendships and how you look at friendships in order to have friends? But I would encourage people I think friendships are important. And I really believe that you are very lucky if you do have a few very close-knit friends. A person is very lucky if they have them these days.
Yeah.
I personally believe that, because there's so many people who I feel like bounce around in life with friends. It's like a different person today, tomorrow.
Well, I think another aspect of it is that everyone's so much busier
Yeah.
now, and a true friendship, again, is a commitment. It's something that, and I don't think there's enough people that are willing to have that commitment. Whether it be, my major thing is I hate talking on the phone. That's something that I work on and try to be better at. But it's effort. It takes work, and you do things that you don't necessarily like doing, to help me out or to be with me, and I do things that I don't necessarily like doing sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like talk on the phone,
I love it.
record podcasts, things like that. No, it's give and
absolutely
take.
right.
It's
It is
give and take,
100%. And things that I do that maybe that you're like, that's, to you it comes really easy, but maybe for me it doesn't come easy. And then like things that you do, like talking on the phone, something like that, like it doesn't come easy for you, but you do, and that's just part of the give and take of a friendship.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful piece of a friendship and growing friendship. So yeah, encourage people, find a friend,
Yes, find a friend.
build it,
Be friendly.
be friendly.
Cut the drama. Just cut
the
it
drama.
out. Cut
the
it.
drama out of your life. Just cut it.
Jared, I gotta cut you out of my life.
Go ahead. Dude. I don't care at this point. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Oh, goodness.
but seriously, I think finding those friendships, being intentional about building your friendships, being intentional about building those relationships with people, so important in your world.
Yeah.
So important. You will be a happier person. You will be a more healthy person. And there's nothing better than a good friend
Yeah.
to have a good laugh with and
Yeah.
a good time.
And someone that you can count on to be there, not only during the good times but the bad times.
Absolutely.
Like that just keeps.
I'm still looking for that person, but
the-
so if you're out there, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you all.
Thank you all.
Watching, listening.
Do you see my
And,
twitching eye?
Please make sure to subscribe, like, share. We do have some exciting things coming up. I think we've already mentioned.
We're gonna
but-
do like a Cash App, and we're gonna do
Cash App,
Cash
so they
App.
can donate.
yes,
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
so people can donate. Yeah,
But yeah, we have an exciting guest coming up that I've already mentioned,
yeah.
and then next month we're going to be in. Is it next month?
Oh my
It
word!
is.
It is next month. We're gonna be in Connecticut.
Connecticut.
I need to get something posted about that.
We need to get a hotel. We need to get some hotel rooms and get a flight, and we need.
We need to book a flight, and
We might be hitchhiking to Connecticut.
We might be sleeping in a tent down by the bay.
Down by the bay.
Okay, it's getting too late.
Yeah. Thank you all for
All right,
watching.
thank you.
Have a good one.